Of course, right around now, we begin with a fashion segment. Okay, so this particular one excites me. And on that block, we definitely have Teni Oluwo, definitely, who is a non-conformist fashion stylist, founder, style territory, and a creative director who believes in global excellence and profound expression of art. She seeks to reflect her powerful convictions through her out-of-the-box fashion styling technique. Welcome to Work of Nigeria, Teni.
Thank you.
See, I followed you for the longest time, and of course, I will say you have been true to the words spoken here today of excellence, and of course, out of the box fashion stylist. So now, tell me, I've always wanted to ask you this question: where did it all begin, and why?
Why?
Yeah.
I feel like why is God's orchestration.
Okay.
And I love to believe God gave me this talent because it's really effortless. It's how I flow. It's who I am. So I'm not struggling to be this person. I was made to be this person.
Wow. Right.
So my dad really loves fashion, and that's why I started loving fashion as well. But as time went on, I really feel like this is what God wanted me to do. I'm right in the center of God's purpose for me.
Okay, so now when I say why, right, I meant why fashion, of course, and you've given us that. Then now, why fashion this way? So your dad really loved fashion, but did he like it this way? Was he just out of the box as well? Or where did you initially draw that inspiration for exceptional stuff from?
Right. It's just how I flow. Like, I'm inside me, I don't think like a regular person.
Okay.
Do you understand? I was just created this way. So I don't know why is God that would have to answer that. This is just how I flow. And the kind of things I think about is just effortless. They just come to me.
Okay.
So it's not deliberate like, oh, let me try to be out of the box or whatever. I'm just out of the box. I'm just this way.
Amazing, amazing.
Thank
well
you.
said. Okay, so now starting, I'm sure, of course, when you started expressing this way, what was the reception like? I don't want to actually say, oh yeah, it wasn't so, do you understand? But I mean, you know how people can get with change, and when something is kind of like drastic and they don't understand it. So now tell me where, like, how did you go through that time of acceptance, and then how has it been so far?
To be honest, I got loads of backlash. Like, even from my friends, a lot of people will be like, oh, you're dressed like a masquerade. Why do you look like a mad person? You know, why are you styling your clients like crazy people? How can they pay you for this rubbish or whatever? But I just knew this was what I was meant to do. So I can't change it because it's who I am. So with everything they said, I didn't let it sway me. I didn't let it distract me. I knew they would catch up. I didn't feel like I was the one behind. I knew I was ahead of my time. I've always been ahead of my time. And there's something about getting your inspiration from God. It comes with a lot of confidence. You know, it comes with assurance. You know there's truth in it. You know you're on the right path, and you know you're doing the right thing. Even when people don't understand, you know that they'll catch up one time or another.
Amazing. Now, non-conformist, definitely. Confident, obviously clear. So at what point would you say your art and way you did things started to be accepted, right? And what were those experiences? Because I know you've actually gone ahead to style like big names, and then featured in like a whole lot of like interesting magazines and all of that. So at what point did it come to life?
Okay, so I feel like people really started paying attention when I got featured in Vogue. So they're like, okay, for Vogue to be on board, then she's got to be doing something right, you know? And then I got invited for like London Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. I feel like international people, they got it more. And there's something about Nigerians. When you start to get like on the international scene, they start to pay attention. Even when they don't understand it yet, even when they don't like it, they just feel like, oh, for it to be accepted like internationally, then it's got to be good. But I feel like now people have settled into it. They just accepted, okay, this is how she is, and they're beginning to appreciate it.
And of course, I mean, speaking about being ahead of your time, which is actually very true, because when you started, it looked bizarre, right? But then again, if you look at fashion now, it's a whole lot of colors and mixtures, and you literally got that like way before. And I'll say kudos to that. This conversation is not over by any chance, but we do need to go on a very quick break. And when we come back, we have a lot to show you, so stay tuned. the fashion stylist you want to definitely put your eye on and keep your eye on. If you can look at her, she's definitely fabulously dressed. I love the beret. I said I'm guessing one of those. Absolutely.
I appreciate
If you just got the love of God, you go back with yours. I don't want to mess up your drip.
Thank you.
But now, aside you looking this fabulous, you also have a model to the right. A model that needs no introduction, by the way. All right. So now, starting from that headpiece.
Right.
Oh, look, it's MM. Okay, so now, starting from that headpiece, right? What is going on there? What are we looking at?
This was made by Ures Culture, who I love so much because she gets it. She understands the crazy and avant-garde and everything.
Yeah.
I love go big or go home.
Oh, nice.
As big as it can get, as extravagant as it can get. So this is my take on like a fascinator that is just like extravagant and avant-garde and out of the box.
I mean, I love the fact that, you're talking fascinator, but for some weird reason, I can feel some African vibe in that. Even if I can't say an African print like I love all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the core of my technique is like African.
Yes.
You get me? I love like the headgear and everything. I do a whole lot of that.
Yes.
So this is like,
Okay, so now let's progress down, looking at the print she's wearing against stripes. Once upon a time, they said no print on stripes or no print on print or stuff like that. But
who
now,
cares about rules, though?
Yeah, of course. I mean, rules are meant to be broken, right?
Yeah.
So now, tell me, explain. I can see some mesh also going on underneath that, and then of course the lovely shoes to match. So now, talk to me about the whole outfit.
Okay, so I do love African prints, like I said earlier. So this is just me making it like Afrocentric, but in a way that is like globally accepted. You know, global excellence. That's the watchword.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you have to represent Africa, but in a way that is not restricted or that is not in the box.
Okay.
So this is my take on that.
Amazing. So now let's talk about the cohesiveness of the look altogether. For some weird reason, we see a lot of colors, but if you look closely, you can see that the colors still go and they still match. And that's something I need to commend you on, because we see a whole lot going on, but if you actually take a step back and look at it holistically, you still see that there is a flow. So how did we manage to put all these colors together, but still make them like come together?
Right. You just... Okay, let me try to explain it. You just try to map the colors. So you've got purple, pink, and blue, and that's just what I did. Just map the colors and the stripe to like break it, so there's something to join it all together. A lot of people love to use like black or like solid colors. I love to use prints or stripes or like really bold colors to like bridge whatever thing I'm doing. And I do love the shoes, like
the
perfect.
Shoes. The colors are amazing. Definitely not regular.
On trend.
How are you feeling right there? Anzi, how are you feeling?
I feel like $1 million. Please.
Isn't it? Yeah, so,
let that add, please, dollars. Let it begin to rain.
I know.
Because I feel
Rich
like $1 million,
auntie.
right? Yeah, rich auntie
so
vibes.
where will you wear this outfit to? Considering the weekend.
Okay, I will definitely wear this to a fashion show. Yeah, because it is just apt for a fashion event, because at a fashion event you see different kinds of styles, and then you also see fashion forward styles as well. So this is very fashion forward. It's very eccentric. I like it. It's also what you call Afrocentric. It's got that African and eccentric. You put it together, it gives birth to Afrocentric. I love everything, and I'm a fan of prints.
Yeah, of course.
Fashion prints as well. Teni, I'm loving this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Nicely said and nicely done. Well done, MM. Thank you for being our muse for today. Okay, so now let's come back to you. So now, talking about this kind of fashion, right? What were the trainings you went to? How did you train? No, don't do that. No.
I'm completely self-taught.
Oh, wow.
I'm God-inspired.
Wow.
No professional school, nothing. But the only thing I know I do, like I dive into like loads of research. I'm always doing my research. Always investing in knowledge. I read a lot. You know, so it's not like I'm just sitting down and waiting for the inspirations to come. So I'm always doing my research. I'm always trying to top what I already know. I learn from people as well. I learn from my environment. So I'm constantly learning. I feel like that's the school of life.
School of life. Very true. Well said. Okay, so now I noticed like a lot of times you speak about God and speak about God inspired and all of that. So now tell me, where should I don't want to delve into faith, but then again, I can see that literally rules what you do massively. So now tell me, what is a connection for you and how do you connect it, right? The principles behind being inspired by God and this amazing thing you do.
Yeah, God is the author of creativity. I mean, look at the sky, look at the world. You know, God is the master creative. And God is the only inexhaustible source of knowledge. Whatever thing you need to know, God knows it best. You know, and God is kind. God gives. So whatever you need to learn, whatever you need. Another thing God gives me is grace. Like, even when I'm working, I'm never stranded. You know, I never lack ideas because I'm connected to the ultimate source of ideas. You know, so God, people think, okay, God is separate and my work is separate. No, God gave you that purpose. He knows it best. So if you want to top it, you have to be connected to God.
Constantly
basically
connected.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so now let's see. We have some of the shots, some of your shots on the screen. If you'd like to move that way. And so now let's talk about this one. So now this is, this, right? Okay, so now this is, if I look at this, I would think you. So tell me, what were you thinking with that particular white outfit, like all white outfit?
Okay, so that's Lau Lugbenjo. He's a gospel artist, and it was his 40th birthday. And I just wanted something very royal, but pure as well, because he's a gospel person and African. So that's like Agbada. The cape is like two agbadas put together. So yeah, that's the inspiration for that. Pure and African.
Pure and African. Amazing.
Right. Thank you.
Very nice. I can see the pants. I mean, so the trimmings, the end is not like regular stuff.
Yeah, that's details are very important.
Yeah.
Details are everything.
Okay, so now let's look at this particular look with the fascinator as well.
Right.
And I mean, so the structure, the sleeves. Yes.
This was a look from a lookbook I did for a designer called Fair Factory. Yeah, I was just trying to put like a bit of edge whilst maintaining simplicity, basically. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. I also wanted to ask about your relationship with Ada, because I noticed that you guys, are you guys related?
No, but that's my sister still. And she's actually my first client. Because when I resigned from my 9-to-5 and I started my business fully, she was my first client. And she's been my muse ever since.
Oh, ever since.
She's amazing.
Amazing. She is. You can actually tell because, I mean, people in that space, I mean, in that space usually will like to go for, fashion that's not so, but then again, when you style her, she definitely stands out. And she definitely seems to understand and interpret your styling very well. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Teni. Well
appreciate
done.
it.
Thank you so much for being here.
I had fun. Thank you so much.
We had fun with you. And of course, wishing you all the very best in everything you do. And do not forget my Barrett plug.
I won't. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, right about now, we're heading back to the kitchen where Titi is standing by.